Borg base, the Borg have decided not wanting to lose, go out into the night. Coming up on some of these B5s should not give up hope on it, looking to snag a B5 for themselves. In the meantime, the Romulan's still under a ton of pressure here, trying to get this multi-purpose weapon off. And that is got about 10 seconds, but this base is not going to live that long. Needs to cancel that, get a little bit of... Wow! Losing the star base to some defenders. Wow, was not expecting that. Xerjel not in a good position. Going to end up losing his position here. Borg still taking on part of this fleet. Going to end up getting some of this. And the top team just in a really good position as far as fleet and field position. So really, this is GG just any moment now. These S7s, oddly enough, I wish I had seen them take out the starbase. But he's going to end up losing one of these S7s in the process. We've seen an Avalon on the field, 2 of these. These guys are getting in the process of getting eated. And you can see here we have a couple of veteran ships here. In the process, you can see that the Borg are moving forward with a 8 Borg ship fleet here, possibly looking to move up. The cloak is going to save them there. However, Xerjel, their teammate there, is really the Borg have a little bit of something going on. Oddly enough, this devastating attack just now getting researched. And the Klingons trying to fight off this advance here, losing a little bit of ships. Down goes the dodecahedron. If it takes on a couple more hits, down it goes. In the meantime, the spheres are putting pressure on perhaps this battle yard. But you can see that Xerjel has almost nothing in the works. Oddly enough, these guys are going after this star base, but that puts them in a little bit of an interesting position here. They could very easily, these Klingon ships could come in here and try to attack and fend off some of these. So generally speaking, you go for something, a better return on an investment target. Losing ships, not getting kills. You can see finally that the Borg are turning around, getting some of these kills off of some of these Sangs. In the meantime, losing the dodecahedron probably should have kept them out of range of the starbase. These Borg spheres are putting pressure on the starbase. And the Klingons a little bit out of position here, not having a lot, going to move forward with some of the remaining fleet. The Borg may very well get the kill on this starbase. You can see the starbase is upgraded, having taken out all of those dodecahedrons, trying to give the Klingon fleet enough time to gather itself. Oddly enough, I don't know that this is necessarily what the Borg wanted to do here. They are going to spend a whole lot of time on here on this starbase, and they're going to not going to get a kill here. Here comes the Klingons. Klingons going to come in here and just eat this Borg fleet. They are trapped, and this is what happens when you concentrate on a high health target. You should take out the lower health targets first. You always will get more bang for your buck. Just about. And this will, watching the Klingons eat 4 spheres, as the spheres were trying to go all in on the Klingon station, not getting the kill. Lesson learned, folks. Don't do that. And that really is the last big fleet. The Federation over here have a little bit of a fleet here, running around 15 vessels, 12 vessels there. Just not going to be able to put anything pressure on here. The Borg, in the meantime, have a pair of spheres almost completed, but that is Starbase being moved up back down here in the base. But this Klingon fleet and this just the top team has too much of a fleet. You see that the Federation trying to move forward, trying to put a little bit of pressure on the middle, taking some extra kills, trying to get some kills out in the process, but the perimeters just laying waste into the shields of some of these guys, and these are heavy defensive ships too. These guys are going to take losses, trying to take out a perimeter. This perimeter is going to end up getting backed up by a hyperspace, and here comes the hyperspace blast, and basically just boom. And I swear, Jan just makes these for one-time uses. Federation ships getting just a lot, and here comes the hyperspace getting a second one off, and this Federation fleet is going to get double hyperspaced, and it's just getting crushed. Down goes it. Nothing left but a few hull bits, and here comes the Borg base just getting completely overrun. The top team coordinating all of their attack, looking to see that the Borg probably produce the most threat at the moment, as this middle base is processing the Federation as they kind of come in piecemeal. Folks, don't send in your ships piecemeal. Okay? Now, this is not piecemeal, and this is putting a ton of pressure on the Borg base. There's nothing that the Borg are not going to be able to. They can put some Sims out. Incubation center, I don't know what's with that. These guys are just going to eat. Just watch this thing fall. Just these Sangs are just tons of torpedoes. A couple ships in here probably needs to get repaired, but this will be the end. There's after these two spheres, there is nothing standing between anything. Down goes a sphere, and down goes the other sphere. Borg base in the process of going to get eaten. I think this is in a sim, but there's just nothing that it could possibly do at that small of numbers versus this huge fleet. This is awesome. How many times do you see 40 ships on the field at once? And going after the conduction matrix would be the primary target here. But going after the constructor is a nice one. I'm going to take out the uplink. The Borg base is gone. So in the meantime, you can see over here is the yellow Xerjel trying to put a couple kills on stuff. Some Romulan Defiance out here in the process. We'll be seeing how effective these are, but you can see that Xerjel just doesn't have a lot of fleet in the process. As the Borg are just slowly getting just taken apart, and not really slow by any means either. So here we have a couple of Defiance trying to tag on this hyperspace artillery. Really, I swear.